This is the MSNBC report. And understand, people are walking by him without a mask. He's trying to shame them. And then it is pointed out that his own cameraman isn't wearing a mask.
So the people there are just not worried about it, Cal? Are they not worried about their own personal safety?
I haven't met anybody who is. I met some folks actually from Lake Geneva who lived in the area. They were staying a few miles outside of town where I were, and they said they're worried about it. They're worried about that second spike. They're worried about folks coming in from Chicago. But they'll quickly add at the same time, this is a place that relies on that business. I think people here want a little bit more funding when it comes to these programs so that they could stay closed. But again, I think people felt like the Supreme Court made the decision here in Wisconsin that it was time to open up. But you can see, here, just around. Nobody's wearing them. Nobody's, there you go, including the cameraman. Yeah. Katie?
Striking images. Cal Perry. Cal, thank you very much.
Did you hear the guys? Katie, back to you, Katie, as the guy points out, including your cameraman. The guy says, nobody's wearing a mask out here. And the guy walking by says, including your cameraman. And the reporter says, I kind of mumbled, oh, yeah, including the cameraman. Katie, help me, please. Get me out of this. And of course, everybody walking by took a video of the stand-up showing the cameraman doesn't have a mask on. I don't know. Maybe the cameraman needs to be disciplined, MSNBC. What's the penalty for a cameraman out in the field not wearing a mask? What do you do? Ugh. How about you just mind your own business? And like the caller said a minute ago, if I don't wear a mask, it's because anyone's trying to shame me into wearing one. That makes sense? John, you're on the Mike Gallagher Show. Welcome, John.
Hey, Mike. I got shamed yesterday for pulling my mask down when I went to go pay for some goods. I was in a big box store yesterday, and the supervisor just started saying, Sarah, you need to pull your mask up. You need to pull. I'm like, listen, I can't breathe. I'm a 70% disabled veteran, and part of my disability prohibits me from wearing a mask. And I told her, it's not a law here in Pennsylvania. And she started, just yelling at me and screaming at me, you're discouraged. It's a common courtesy. You know, like, it drives me absolutely crazy, just the ignorance and the fear that people have been instilled with here in the People's Republic of Pennsylvania. It's unreal. It's unreal.
And John, but the fear, I think we have to have a little bit of grace, because I'm with you. Of course, I agree with you, but the fear is real. I don't think people are, I truly believe that a lot of these Democrat leaders are manipulating the fear to try to get more power.
Without question.
Right? I mean, but nonetheless, people are fearful. Nobody wants to catch this thing, and we understand that. I mean, what a stupid question from Katie Tur. Or do the people there not care at all about their well-being? Oh.
That's what she was trying to convey to me, this woman. And right. What I found mind-boggling is she's wearing a mask. There's a plastic guard in between me and her, and yet she's still giving me grief. And I went throughout the store, doing my business, and at the final end, I'm like, and she says, you're not welcome to come back into the store unless you wear a mask.
Right.
Oh, yeah, when I talked to the GM and when I told her, I said, hey, what you're doing is against the law, she says, cry me a river. I'm telling you.
That's how she treated you? Well, listen, yeah. I don't want to tell you where to shop or where not to shop, but you may want to do your business somewhere else, John. All the best. Thanks for your service. More coming up, including Twitter now fact-checking President Trump on his tweets. Uh-oh. Here it comes.